How's it going, everybody? Doing an eating vid here today, and I'll just be rambling along with it. I'll be eating some dry roasted peanuts made with sea salt. This is the Stop and Shop brand. I have eaten a few. They're fine. They taste like all the other peanuts, right? Like I said, I think I've done. I said in the supermarket haul vid that I'm pretty sure I've done eating peanut vid, but it has not. I feel like it's been a while. Maybe I did one here. I'm pretty sure I did one in Massapequa. I'm not sure. So I'll be rambling about whatever. Got some water. I almost came up here. All right, that one was necessary. That's why I needed the water. Peanuts are dry, as they say, and I almost came up here without bringing any water up or anything to drink. I was like, oh no. I was just watching. It's still on. I was just watching a video with Jeff Gerstmann. He was just talking about, because he was talking about like the passing of Ryan Davis. That he died, I think it was 2013. But I was just thinking, I was like, wow, like he's doing his own thing now. He's not with Giant Bomb. He hasn't been with them for maybe 2 years, something like that. I don't know, maybe longer. I haven't been. So I used to watch all the GameSpot stuff. I was going to say GameStop. No, for a long time. And is it Vinny, Brad, and Alex all do Nextlander, and I watch that from time to time as well. And I watch some Jeff Gerstmann stuff. I used to watch like on GameSpot for a while. Then Giant Bomb for a bit as well. And then I just slowly stopped watching it as much. But it's kind of crazy when you see like they're still doing it and doing it well, but it's crazy to think that I've been watching some of these people for over 20 years. But it made me kind of like because I've talked about obviously doing an ASMR video game, just strictly video game stuff. Obviously, I do it on here too, collections. I do some gameplays, not as much as I should. But a lot of video game related stuff on here as well. But I did talk about that last year, and I wanted to do it, but it was just too. It was going to take. I wouldn't have had the time to continue to make because I didn't want those videos. Like, say I started up a video game channel and I was doing 3 videos a week. I didn't want that to take away from essentially my daily content here. I pretty much get a video up every day, right? Sometimes I don't, but out of 365 days, I'm probably getting videos up 340. Which is kind of crazy too, because I don't, part of me would like love to dedicate everything just to YouTube, but that's clearly not a possibility, at least not at the moment. And I would think it wouldn't be really at all. But to think, wow, I mean, like I said, though, I've said this in the past a bunch of times, I don't edit my videos. I just started using the mute button, which I could have been using for years. Which helps. Because I can't. That's the thing, that's why I was like, eventually, I was just like, I can't do that channel. Once I gotta blow my nose. See, like something like that would be edited. I don't do that. Maybe that's low quality, but I never ever intended my channel to be high quality. This is pretty much just gonna be me rambling about my YouTube existence, and I'm glad so many people like it that way. Maybe I'd have more subs if I had a better production and stuff. But I don't. Honestly, it's just not me. I think some people do some amazing stuff with it. I'm specifically talking ASMR. Nice green screen backgrounds and all this stuff, and incredible lighting. And to me, for me personally, that's not natural. Like, to me, I always want my channel to kind of be just natural and me being me, and not, unless it's role plays. But even the role plays, I try to keep as natural as possible. That's what's so fun about like the shady vids. Is like using weird props and stuff, and it's fun coming up with. Oh, I'm going to use this GameCube mic for this, and I'm going to use the Wii U gamepad is going to work as this, and the things I would do there. Even the like original shady vids I did at the doctors, where I have like a roll of string, that's going to be the stitches, and this, those are always fun. Because I'm sure any of you that make videos, like ASMR videos or doing role plays, you probably have the same thing, like you're doing a serious role play. You want it to be as realistic as you can make it. But then parties, like, I feel like a lot of you guys, and myself included, when I watch other people's role plays, like, I'm not like, why wasn't that used? Well, like I'm just enjoying the vid, But when you're making a video, it becomes you're a little more self-conscious, I guess would be the word. Like, oh no, that wouldn't work, like why would I be doing that? But I've kind of gotten better when I'm making videos. I'm just like, if there's some that it doesn't matter because it ain't real, And I like sometimes when people, like, if you're not using a green screen, but people, like, I used to do it more. I don't really do it anymore, actually. That's just because in Massapequa I had different, like, I could use the basement, which was perfect for a lot of videos, actually. and other ones in the video game role plays, the game stores or stuff. I would have like games behind me. The setup here in this apartment is a little. I can't film in places really where I could do things behind me. Like I guess I could throw some stuff behind me there, but it doesn't look right. But I always like seeing that, like what people use, for props and them they use in the background and stuff. And that's always cool to me. Yeah, I love rambling about stuff too, video games specifically, and sports as well, and just whatever. I like talking about garage sales and what I've been watching. I don't do any, I guess, really rants. There's nothing I really feel the need to rant about, but I do still want to start up a gaming, just an ASMR gaming channel where I could dedicate all those vids to just gaming related ones while still doing some on this channel. I said the problem is I'm working, it's just too hard for me to commit, like, oh, I gotta make another 3 videos a week, and I don't want to take away from the daily videos I'm making here. So say in a week I do 7 vids, I gotta add 3 or 4 more to the mix. I'm just putting more pressure on myself to film this stuff. Now, I could dedicate a day or two, but then it's like I'm eating an extra day or two. If it was the only thing I was doing, I could literally dedicate 2 or 3 days just to videos, and I could dedicate 4 days to videos and have videos for a while. Like I said, I just don't. I mean, I'm eventually going to start. I think I do eventually start one, maybe even, earlier next year. But the thing is, once I start it, the ball is going to get rolling on that. I'm going to have to commit to 2 channels. And that's just, it's a little daunting in a way. Even, like I said, without me editing. Because if I edited and stuff, it just wouldn't be, it would be impossible, I think. But, with I'd be making the vids, like, I gotta do it now, We'll see, maybe next year, because I think some things are gonna be changing next year anyway. So, we'll see. And like I said, I know a lot of you like the gaming stuff. So it'd be cool too to start that channel and have kind of a built-in base of people that are already willing to come to the channel immediately, which is nice. So, when I started this channel, it's just got to happen the way it's going to happen, right? Now it's like I have 12, maybe at the point I start, 12, 13,000 subs. If 1,000 is your interested in seeing, I've already got a built-up base immediately, which is nice. I just thought about the gaming channel again because I was watching that video. I was like, yeah. And I know in the past people asked about the Patreon. You should do Patreon. That has not been mentioned in a long time, but people have, and it's like I considered it briefly, but I'm like, what am I bringing to it? The only thing I really do is maybe more intense vids, more cursing. I'd say more mature, but like stuff like that maybe, but there goes a train. I don't know. Patreon just never, I don't know, it didn't seem, at that point I'd rather just do another channel. Same thing though. Put Patreon to the mix. I'm doing specific videos for that. I'm still doing more stuff. It doesn't. Like I said, I mean, things could become more. What would be the word? Maybe I'd consider doing certain things more later on down the line, but for now, I like how it is. Just doing vids, you know, for this channel. But like I said, I do want to start another one up, another channel up. And like I said, sometimes you get burnt out. That goes for anybody who's making like a ton of videos. And there's people who put up 2-3 videos a day too, which was pretty nuts. I actually got 2 role plays up in 3 days. And the Taking Care of You one did not view well. It hasn't. When did I put that up? Saturday, I think. My last 3 videos, actually. I mean, the barbershop one's doing okay, but that one's not doing as great as I thought out of the gate. But that could still do better over the course of the day. It's actually, I put that up today, Monday. I'm filming this as well as I filmed the supermarket pickup vid as well today, but that one's doing better than the other 3 I think I had. The Goosebumps reading ones are weird because the ones I did on the other book, most of them did gangbusters. Now, of course, a lot of that was during that time where I was getting a ton of views, and I got the 4-month run. And then some of the later ones, nothing. It's weird. I am going to finish up the book, the Headless Ghost book, and then I'll see where I go from there with those. And then I did the drink review. The drink reviews too, and those were big for a while, regardless of that run or not. Now those are starting to fall off. But then the supermarket hauls do well. I guess it kind of goes, different months, different videos. And obviously the collection videos always do decent. But, I'm trying to grow my channel more. I need to go with the stuff that views well. The plus is I do a video every day, so I can still put up lower viewing videos. Anyway, but, it's like 2, 3, 4 in a row. I want to try to correct it by putting up something that films and views well, because any of you that make videos on YouTube and you do quite a bit, like I've become like, not obsessed, but kind of with the analytics. Like I'm constantly looking and seeing things and this and that. But we'll see. I'm actually having a pretty good May though, sub-wise, view-wise. And the funny thing is with YouTube too, and once again, if you make videos, you almost are a little naive with things like, oh, this is going to be the way now, and it isn't. Things drop off, things change all the time on YouTube. But it's still fun making the vids. Once the fun goes away, then it's like, ooh, Thankfully, I've not gotten to the point yet with like 1,500 videos or close to, probably 1,500, because I probably deleted 20 videos over the years, just because I either thought they were bad over time or they just nobody watched them. And I was like, whatever. It's just, sometimes it's like, oh, that 4-month run, I was getting so excited. I was like, yes, here we go. Once again, though, I mean, this is like, I would never want hundreds of thousands of subs, because then I'm not going to be able to keep up the comments. And I hate to say it because it sounds bad for me. It's like, well, thankfully I don't get a crap ton of comments right now, so I can keep up with them. Which, of course, I would love more comments, but all of a sudden you're getting 200 comments, 300 comments on a video. Like, if I'm getting videos up every day, I'm never going to be able to keep up, and that, for me, is a big part of it. Like, yeah, there could be some comments that just say great video or something. You don't necessarily need to respond to it, right? If you have a ton of comments. If I don't have a lot, I'm going to respond to them all. I respond to all the comments anyway, outside of either nasty. I've responded to some nasty ones too, but, some ones where I'm just like, I don't feel like responding to this, And there's some where I look down the comments and I'm like, how did I not respond to these? I don't, it's weird. Some comments will just disappear too, which is weird. Like, you're not removed by the person who commented, they just kind of disappear. I can still see them and respond to them, but I can't. It's weird. But I want to be able to, respond to everybody. You give me 250,000 subs, it's never going to happen anyway, but all of a sudden that kind of, like an intimacy, that kind of close-knit thing is gone. And you just become a face on the other side of the screen, Oh, you can use, they threw in the heart each comment. It makes it seem like you're doing something. I think a response is more important than a heart, but I also understand if you're a huge channel, you can't respond to all those. It's going to take you 2 days, Sometimes even me, if I have a video where I get 20 comments on the video, I'm like, oh no, here we go. Like, that's a lot. You don't realize how much time it will take you, because I typically try to leave decent responses. Sometimes it's just a quick thanks if the comment's just great video or something. But sometimes I try to, leave a worded response. But with a ton of subs, you can't do it, and then it loses that intimacy or that kind of personal feel. Because, case in point, all of a sudden, I get a bump, and I'm at 150,000 subs. People who've been commenting since possibly the beginning of this channel, early on, I respond to them all the time. All of a sudden, I can't. Like, if I'm that person who's commenting, I'm like, really, dude? You're not going to respond anymore? Like, and I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, of course, I could still respond to those people while not responding to the newer ones, but then I'm like, well, I'm not getting any kind of connection with these other, these newer people too. So it's like, and that's too much for me, That's just the thought of that too, and it's like almost kind of good. I mean, I would love to have like 50, 60, 70,000, sure. I think I could still keep up at that number. I'm happy where I'm at, of course, but I think anybody, you always want more. Yeah, it's me. I don't want to come across as someone who's like, I'm not really complaining, actually. But I see people who do YouTube as a living. It is a commitment, absolutely. You can sit here and maybe say it's not like a ton of work, depending on your channel or what you're doing, but sometimes it is a ton. And it's an interesting medium, because YouTube could literally be like, we're done. No one's getting ad revenue, we're finished, and all of a sudden you'd be like, uh-oh. You have to find new avenues, which you can, but YouTube's interesting. And if you make videos that you see how weird and interesting it is, and you put yourself out there when you make YouTube videos, that's one thing I understood. You know, I was making videos in '09 too, but to a very small sub base. But a lot of people commented because, like I said in the past video, everybody's chatting with each other, going back and forth. You get to know people. But you do put yourself out there, so you're going to eat nasty comments, weird comments, you know, whatever it may be. Most of them I can take. A lot of them go to the review. Like, I won't look. Every once in a while, I look in the review, like under review comments. Sometimes it's spam-related stuff. And then it's like, oh, you click a thing, do you want to see these ones? And it'll be like, these are offensive, are you sure? I'm like, let me see them. And you're like, oh my God. Some of them make me laugh, honestly. Some are nasty where you're like, but honestly, I don't get too taken back by it. You gotta understand it's gonna come. If the majority of the people are saying they enjoy you, I think everybody's mind, though, goes to the bad comment. You have 100 comments. 2 of them are terrible. You focus on those, not like, well, the majority loves you. I say love you. Majority enjoys your stuff. A few people don't. That's your answer. You shouldn't let the stuff get to you then, but it's hard. Yeah, it's understandable when people do let things get to them. It's understandable, you know. But for whatever reason, I knew. I was like, you know, throwing myself out on videos. You know, you're going to get people who just aren't going to like it. Or you, for whatever reason. A lot of times I try to play along with it, but sometimes you see them and you're like, I can't. Like, when am I going to respond with? What's the point? Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm going to end this here in a minute or two. Decent amount. Like I said, I am eventually going to get that other channel up. I think next year the time will be more right. Like, I'm even talking maybe like January 1st, right out of the gate. Which, oddly enough, isn't that far off. You know, but until then, it's going to be the same kind of stuff, right? But I always appreciate all you guys, the comments and everything else. Super thanks or PayPals, the wish list stuff I did a while back. Commenting, liking, just watching my videos, even if you don't even comment or like it. I mean, like, hit the like button. Anybody who's gotten enjoyment out of my channel and my videos too, it does mean a lot. And I've gotten some nice comments, you know, from people, you know, where you're just like, oh my God. Like, sometimes you don't even, that's another thing you don't consider. That people are like, oh, your vids help me and stuff. And you're like, holy shit. Like, you don't even realize it sometimes. And it makes you feel good. You know? But yeah, I was just eating peanuts, and I guess I'll just call it my YouTube channel, Ramble. But these are dry. And if you watch this long, I do still need to get that PlayStation Store, browsing the store, you know, while browsing it while talking about what I'm saying, up this week. Anyway, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.